and don't touch the brake for 3 whole seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. And you got to hammer that foot into that brake because you're building up some mo. What's mo?
Momentum.
Mo fetching momentum. Yeah, momentum, for sure. Okay? All right? So, next thing. What about the pitch of roofs? Did you know in the United States, we know this statistic because we pre-build roof structures. They're called trusses. So the most sold truss in construction is a what pitch? Okay, so check this out. What percent do you think it is? What percent do you think it is?
25.
25.
40.
40.
5.
45.
That's what I was thinking, say 45.
Just like when I have contests with my little children, and I'm like, what number do you think, Donald Trump will arrive at? 270, 280, just they give me all these numbers. Anyways.
4 or 5.
All right. So I've heard 25 and 45.
30.
30? Really close. 33.33% is the most common truss. But it is given as a fraction, is always as 412. It's called a 412 pitch. Okay? I'm going to show you something interesting about that. Okay, I'm going to draw a line here. Okay, whoops. I kind of got off kilter there for a second. I tripped on this stupid electrical conduit thing here. Kind of glitched me out. Son of a glitch. Just kidding. Okay. Did you know that I have a friend named Mitch? And he has 3 sons. And every time I see his boys, I'm like, you guys are sons of Mitches. That's funny. Anyway, you got to think about that one.
Oh, you win.
Not too hard, though. Okay, check it out. Please pay attention. Don't look down. What does slope really mean? Let's come to the far right board for just a second. I go skiing up in the mountains, and I go up this hill, and it goes like this, and it goes like this, okay? And I'm up here ready to ski, woohoo, okay? But I start down here, okay? The elevation right here is 0 feet, right here, it's 0 feet. So my elevation right here is 2,500 feet, okay? What's my rise? Perfect. My rise equals 2,500 feet. What's my run? Well, that's the distance from here straight across to here. It is the amount of horizontal distance I cover to rise that much. So maybe we say this is a mile, 5,280 feet. So my run would be 5,280 feet. Okay? I want you to do something right now. What are you laughing about?
That's like super steep.
It's pretty steep. It's not the wickedest in the world. Okay? Let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this really, really, really quick here. Okay? If I wanted to know the grade, because this is, right? This is outdoors stuff. This is land stuff. I want to know the grade of this mountain. What would I do? Grade, I always have to give it as a what?
Percentage.
Percent. So what do I got to do with these two numbers? Divide them. Do it. Do it on a calculator. Go. Hurry. Do it at home. Do it here. If you get the answer, shout it out. Shout it out across Zoom. Shout it out here in the class. What do you get?
47%.
Okay, so you got 0.473 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, and so you move that 2 places and you get 47.3%. Okay? Okay? All right. Truthfully, I mean, that's not really steep in the skiing world.
No.
Okay.
That's like a blue.
You go double. Well, I wouldn't go 90. You go 80% slope, you know. But you know what's interesting? 100% slope, 200% slope. I've skied all that. I've skied undefined slope.
What?
We'll talk about that in just a minute.
That's called that.
But I'll show you something interesting here. Do you want to see 100% slope? You want to see what 100% slope looks like? It looks like this. That's it. That's what it looks like. Okay? It means that for the same amount that you run, you rise the same amount. So it would look like this. It would look like that. That's what it would look like. Okay? Again, that's not crazy steep. 200% slope, okay? It would mean that you would have here up to there. Okay? So it would be this. Okay?
That's some serious.
That's steep. 200% slope.
That's
But
gold black diamond.
again, that's more like black diamond kind of stuff.
That's
all right.
stuff.
I started skiing when I was in diapers. I've taught, I used to teach skiing up at Grand Targhee. I used to teach the ski class at BYU, Idaho, when we were at Ricks College. I used to drive up on the buses with all the students and go do that. Taught all my kids how to ski. If you like to ski and you're here in the winter semester, all you got to do is reach out to me. I'll take you skiing anytime you want. I won't pay for you, but you can hitch a ride with me.
I'll do that. I got you.
All right, do it, man. Seriously, you should.
Like guys, snowboard.
Good. Okay, check it out. So pitch, 412. I want to show you this. This means, look at this. 4 means it's rise, and 12 means it's run. Rise over run. Okay? So that means, look up here. For every time we go up 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, we go over exactly, okay, I'm kind of leaning there just a little bit, the same amount, but 12, same equidistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom, on the line. 4-12 pitch. I'm pretty good at drawing a 4-12 pitch. Spent a lot of time in construction in my life. I can eye up most slopes with the naked eye. Okay? I know, I'm talking like I'm bragging it up here. You know? I'm good at drawing a line. Great, Brother Rich. I can see that's helped you a whole lot in your life. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom, we're back on the line again. 4-12 pitch. The point is that for every time you go up 4, you go over 12, you're back on your line. Okay, that's how slope works. Okay? Okay, come over here to the far left board. Okay, let's look at a line right now. Okay, I have a line that is going, oh, fetch me. Let's say we have a point here and a point here. Actually, I don't even want to do that. That's just gonna tick me off. Okay, let's do this. I'm just thinking here. Yeah, I want to have something that goes here and something that goes here, okay? So let's say I have this line, okay, like this, all right? Okay, everybody, I want you to join me at looking at this, and then we gotta jump into today's, kind of note-taking section of the lecture. Is this line going up or down? We read from left to right in the English language. Is this going up or down? It's going up. Okay, so if the line is going up, then the slope is positive. Yep. And if it's going down, then it is negative. Okay? So you can look at any line and tell me if its slope is positive or negative. We cool? Next thing. Okay? I'm gonna tell you this. Do you remember last time when we had our horizontal and we had our vertical line chart? Do you remember that last time? Okay, down at the bottom, we had something called slope. M equals, okay? I'm just gonna tell you this right now. The slope of a horizontal line is 0, and the slope of a vertical line is undefined. So I want you to go back to your basics notes right now, and I want you to add that at the bottom of that chart, okay? Now, please listen. Next class period, we're gonna discuss why it's 0 and why it's undefined. But for tonight, you just got to memorize it, okay? For tonight, you just got to memorize it. Horizontal line slope is 0. A vertical line slope is undefined. So when Brother Rich told you, okay, and if you remember, we had graphs. We had a couple of graphs in here, and we drew a line. I can't even remember. We had like horizontal was, I think, -2. So we had like, right there, and this one was like 3, and we had right there, or maybe we had 2. I can't remember. Maybe it was the opposite. Okay? So I told you, I have skied on undefined slope. What does that mean? Right? What have I gone off of? Cliffs! Whoever has gone bridge jumping or cliff jumping, into water or something. Yeah? Okay? Yeah. Same kind of experience there. Okay? Total straight line. think of that as an undefined moment. Like when you jump off it, your heart kind of goes up into your Adam's apple. You're like, it's kind of an undefined moment. That's how you're going to memorize that tonight. For now, we're just gonna tell you that and leave it at that. Okay. I want you to guess the biggest cliff I've ever jumped off of with my skis. I don't do it anymore. I'm too freaking old. These knees cannot handle that. But just guess.
40 feet.
40 feet. Done that multiple times. That's a good distance. 30 is a little gentler. What was that? 60. 70 is the biggest cliff I've jumped off of.
Is that the one in Teton?
What's that?
Is that the one in Jackson?
I have been on
The
Corbin's
Cool-
Couloir
yeah,
in Jackson,
Corbin's.
Wyoming. Yep. So, yeah. Pretty gnarly. Pretty crazy. Don't do it anymore. Too old. I mostly keep my skis on the ground. Okay? All right. Yeah. You know what? Dude, just for fun, run in my office and go grab the picture on my wall that is on the four-wheeler, yeah? Brother Rich, I used to be cool, man. I'm old. I don't do anything cool. But I used to do cool things. I was into a lot of extreme sports. So, back in the day, we didn't have the X Games and stuff like that, you know. So, people just did things, you know. There was no competition for it, and we just did crazy things, you know. We called it extreme sports. But I'm going to show you a couple pictures here in a second. Brother Shaughnessy's climbing all over my office right now, probably falling over my desk. So,
I didn't break it.
good job. So this is me on a four-wheeler up at the sand dunes a lot of years ago, and I am launching that four-wheeler off of a 120-foot jump. If you ever jumped a dirt bike, okay, 120 feet's a lot of distance, and on a four-wheeler, it's really crazy because if you crash, you're getting tangled with that four-wheeler pretty bad. That's kind of fun up there. I used to do a lot of that kind of stuff. But you know, the thing is that on a jump that big, your shocks totally bottom out, and then you know what your next shock absorbers are?
Your knees.
It's your knees. Yeah, and so I've done enough of that. My knees are just gonzo. So don't have much cartilage. I have spots on my knees that are just bone on bone. So, yep, fun. So check it out. This line right here, okay? What's its slope? Well, let's first examine the idea of rise over run. We all here? Okay? So if we take this point right here and that point right there, and we go back to that mountain picture on the far right board there, right? We talked about rise from this point here. Okay? So what is my distance from here to here in terms of rise? Count it off. What is it? 6. Look, right here. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My rise is 6. What's my run? From this point over to that point. What's my run? It's just 2. It's just from here, okay, to 1, 2, to there, right? Okay, so 6 over 2. And we can reduce that, and what do we call that? It's 3. So that line has a slope of positive 3. We cool? Check this out. Everybody, what are the coordinates of this point right here? Quickly, what are the coordinates of this point?
-1, -2.
Okay, it is -1, -2. What are the coordinates of this point right here? Come on, everybody.
1, 4.
Okay, so we got 1, 4. Let's label these points. Let's label them. Okay? We got X and Y and X and Y and 1 and 1 and 2 and 2. What does the 1 and 1 and the 2 and 2 mean? This is my first point. This is my first X coordinate and my first Y coordinate. This is my second point, second X coordinate, second Y coordinate. I could have labeled them opposite. It won't make any difference. Okay, all eyes up here. So we have a little equation. So we just did rise over run. What if I do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1? I better get the same fetching answer. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What's y2? Look over. What's y2?
4.
It equals 4. What do I write right in here? Minus. It's part of the formula. What's y1? -2. So that minus becomes very important here. All over, what's x2? Look up there. 1 minus what? -1. Okay? Minus a minus makes what? 4 plus 2 makes what?
6.
Okay? 6. Minus a minus makes what? 1 plus 1 makes what?
2.
These are the...
Same.
So you can find slope either way. Right? It's kind of cool. All means the same thing. That's why it all means the same thing up here. Okay? Okay. If your slope is 3, fetchers, look up here, please. If your slope is 3, isn't 3 the same thing as 3 over 1? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So if I go from this point, look at 1, 2, 3, and over 1, look at that. I'm right there. Okay? I'm on my line. Okay? And then I go up 1, 2, 3, and I go over 1. I'm right there. I'm on my line. Yeah? Kind of interesting. Tell me this. Does this equal negative 3 over negative 1? Are those the same, yes or no? Think before you answer. Think.
No.
Now answer. Are they the same? They are the same. Because a negative over negative makes a...
Positive.
So look at this. If I'm on this point and I go down, because down means negative, I go down 1, 2, 3, and back 1, because back means I'm on my line. It's the same thing. Okay, we cool? Right. Now what I've done right now is something I hardly ever do with you. First of all, I took you on a journey of a lot of stuff that happens in the real world with slope. Concrete, roofs, skiing, slopes, hitting the slopes, all that kind of stuff. Because recreation is a big part of slope in our lives. We participate in slope every day. When you sleep in your bed, you want typically a level ground or your head slightly up. When you go to recreate, you want some slope, all that kind of stuff. Next thing, I put a lot of stuff on the board and showed you stuff, but I didn't necessarily show you a step-by-step process of how to do it. I just kind of flooded your mind with lots of simple information. Now what I want you to do is now I want you to do what we normally do. I'm going to start writing down how to find slope in math equations and problems that you see in math textbooks, okay? So if you want to take a picture of anything up here, go ahead. I'm going to erase everything except not all the names of slope, okay? Hurry and do that. I don't know that any of this will be super meaningful to you because it was all about stories and crap like that, but go ahead and write it down, okay? Or, sorry, take pictures. Okay? David Butler. Can I go ban a white for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so one of the things that I have discovered over the years is that there are really only, there are exactly 3 tools for finding slope, okay? And there are 3 scenarios that are governed by those tools. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be talking about the 3 tools and 3 scenarios to finding slope. So the first scenario is this: given 2 points. And so we're always going to focus on what we're given. Do you know how to find out if a problem is a solve or a simplified problem? Answer me.
Equal sign.
The equal sign. All semester long, I've been teaching you how to identify a problem. And so the way to identify the slope problems is what you're given. In the first one, you're given 2 points. An example, look at this. An example would be find the slope of the line passing through the points -2, 3, -4, -5. Okay? I'm going to circle in red everything you need to memorize tonight. There are going to be 3 things you got to memorize. They're the 3 tools. The tool used is going to be m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the tool that we use to do this problem. My steps. Look at this. My steps. What steps do I take? Now, bear with me. I'm going to have you do this on your own in just a second here. But step number 1, I'm going to label each point. And I'm going to label them literally x, y, 1 and 1, and 2 and 2. Okay? Step number 2, I'm going to write the formula. m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now everybody, what's this? Look at what is this? What is this? What is it? What is this? What is this?
Put a finger.
It's my freaking finger. So the next step is you're going to take this and put it there. And this and put it there, right? You're going to use your fetching finger to plug all of these into this, okay? And that might sound really elementary schoolish, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't stay thorough and organized, you're going to take one of the easiest problems you can do and screw it up. You're going to put the wrong number in the wrong spot. So use this, your fetching finger, okay? And keep it organized, okay? And so now, you're just going to plug it in. So I want you right now to take this problem and do what I told you. I want you to label all those, write the formula, and plug it in, and tell me what the slope is of this line. Go. Here and at home. Get her done. Get her done. You guys done? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah? Let's do it. Okay? Come back to this board, right here. So all eyes up here. What I'm telling you is, you're going to write these two. So tonight in your homework, you're going to write these 2 points in your homework on your assignment. So you're like, how do I show my work? That's how you do it. You write it. Then you're going to say X, Y, first point, second point. Make sense? Then you're going to take your pen, and you're going to write M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to actually do this again. I'm going to take -2 and 3 and -4 and -5, and I'm going to literally write x and y and x and y and 1 and 1 and 2 and 2. This is how your homework should look. And then you're going to take this, okay, and you're going to say y2, y2. What's y2?
-5.
That's -5. What comes next? A minus, because it's part of the formula. What's y1? 3. Over, what's x2?
-4.
-4. What comes next? Minus, okay. x1 is -2. -5 minus 3, everybody? -8. It's the same as plus -3, which makes -8. Over, minus and minus makes plus, -4 plus 2 makes -2. A negative or negative makes a, so the answer to this is 4. Your slope of the line passing through these 2 points is 4. Who got it right? Say woo.
Woo.
Sweet. Okay, that's a big part of your homework tonight. You guys are good. Let's look at the next scenario. Okay, look over here, middle board. The second scenario, okay. What's up, homeboy? What are you doing there? We'll get unplugged in this class. No phones, fetchers. We're getting naughty with that. The people at home, don't be plugging in to anything but this class, okay? I don't want to have to smack you, okay? We already know this is Biden's America. We're screwed. We hate it.
Not
except
yet.
for 2 people.
Not for determined yet.
Okay,
So I'm checking it. Sure.
look up here.
Basics still keep on going.
Listen. Tell the inauguration I'm in charge of this class. No votes. Look up here. This isn't democracy. This isn't socialism. This is a dictatorship. Look up here, please.
That's the same year.
The next scenario is if you're given the equation of a line. An example, find the slope of the line whose equation is 2x plus 3y equals negative 6. The tool we're going to use is y equals mx plus b. Next class period, we're going to have some serious fun talking about this equation. But for now, we're just going to memorize it. What is m? Slope. Okay, so watch this. Your steps. Your steps are such that you are going to, step number 1, you're going to put the equation in y equals mx plus b form. That means you're going to solve for y. In other words, you're going to get y alone. So I want you right now, I want you to take 2x plus 3y equals negative 6, and I'm going to give you 60 seconds, and I want you to get that variable all alone. Go. Go, go, go. Okay, you got it done?
What?
Look up here. What's the first thing you did? Tell me.
Minus 2x.
Minus 2x. Very good, Aaron. Okay, I'm going to subtract 2x, and I'm going to subtract 2x. And what I do to one side, right, I do to the other. Okay, so the original is 2x plus 3y equals negative 6. Just want to put that up there. Okay, these cancel, and we get 3y equals, now please listen to me. Most of you would write negative 6 minus 2x at this point. I'm going to write negative 2x minus 6 because I want you to look at this. I want this to have the mx term first and the b term next. So whatever's with the x got to come first. And that's this right here. Okay? Because I want it in mx plus b form, not b plus mx form. Okay? BMX. Another extreme sport I participated in as a kid. Crazy. This was a big old scar under my chin here, yeah? Yeah. Took a big old jump. Went over the top of my handlebars, landed on a rock, and it went into my chin, and I was stuck in the rock. I had to literally take my hands and pry myself off the rock, and then blood was going. It was really cool, man. These are the cool things we do when we're young. Okay? Now what'd you do?
Divide by 3.
Is Aaron the only one who can speak today? Aaron is getting higher. Okay? Do you agree with him? Divide by 3? Okay. Now normally you would divide this by 3 and then you would do this whole side by 3, but I need you to do each individual one by 3 in this process. Okay? Same thing, right? This cancels and you're left with y equals negative 2/3 x minus 2, and you're done. Do you know why you're done? Look up here, fetchers. What's m?
Slope.
M is the number next to x. What's the number next to x?
Negative 2/3.
So m equals negative 2/3, and there's the slope of that line, and you are done. Nice. Really fast. Okay? Okay, so step number 2 on this is basically, there's m. Okay? There it is. Cool? Brother O'Shaughnessy is super bored today. He stayed up all night watching the election. He's rubbing his eyes.
Way too late.
Oh, me too.
I went to bed feeling pretty good.
So did most of America. Then they woke up and found out they'd been bamboozled.
Until it's bamboozled by the bamboozler, QAnon. QAnon's the great bamboozler. He bamboozled them all.
Dude, you need to get your own talk radio show. You know,
I'm like Alex
I think
Jones.
there's going to be
I'm
an
like,
opening for Rush Limbaugh.
I'm a little bit like Alex Jones.
Ouch.
Alex
You got that?
Jones.
That's bad. Rush is dying. Cancer. Okay, look up here, please. Our third scenario is when we are given neither. What does neither mean? Come back to the first two scenarios. Look up here. The first scenario was when you are given what? 2 points. The second scenario is when you're given the equation of a line. But the third scenario is when you're given neither of those. So not 2 points and not the equation of a line. So what is the tool used here? The tool used here is rise over run equals m. And this is the third tool you have to memorize. I want you right now to answer this question. Look up here, please. Are you given 2 points in this problem? Think, answer, yes or no?
Yes.
No. You're given 2 numbers, 2 values. Bring your attention to the far left board. Look over here, okay? Look at this problem right here. It says, find the slope of the line passing through the points -2, 3, -4, -5. Are those 2 points? A
Yes.
point is an ordered pair. Come back to the far right board. Are you given 2 points? Yes or no?
No.
You are not given 2 ordered pairs. Are you given the equation of a line? Look at what the equation of a line is. Come to the middle board. It was this. 2x plus 3y equals -6. Are you given the equation of a line over here? Look over here. Are you? No, so you're given neither, so your tool used is rise over run. I'm going to write the steps while you're doing the problem because I think you can figure out the steps on your own. Go ahead and solve this problem. But notice something interesting here. They asked for what? Grade. So what's your final answer going to be? What format's it going to be in? Percent. Okay, finish this problem. Go. Okay. Step number 1 is to determine the rise. What is the rise of this river? Say it loud.
520.
It is 520. And you can even say -520 because it says it drops. Okay. What is the run?
5,280.
5,280, right? Does rise mean to go up? Well, technically in the English language it does, but in math it means to go up or down. Up if it's positive, down if it's negative, right? Does run mean to go forward? Typically. But in math, run could mean to go forward if it's positive, back if it's negative, okay? So we want to turn this into grades. So what do?